Alright, what is up, everybody? This is our last episode of our Rivals draft tournament at my friend's house. Great place to be. At this point, I am playing Tommy. He topped 8 at GenCon, and he piloted Kylo Trooper FN. So he was the only little outlier there. I mean, he still had FN, but still to not be the typical Pomaz or the typical Rainbow Nines, and to do that well is super awesome. He's a fantastic player. He squeaked in at the 16th spot, but then beat the #1 seed and was able to make top 8. But he's somebody who's kind of taught me a lot about the game, since I mentioned before that I am generally new to card games. So him and I are both 3-0 at the tournament at this point, and we are playing our last game to determine who would be the only undefeated, as this would have mattered, simply because we were going to do snake drafts since we didn't have a prize support or anything to go with that. So he is playing Bosk, Quinlan Voss, and a Jawa. And I really didn't know who to go for in the beginning. I played Quinlan Voss earlier, and he did, he's a good character. He has 2 damage, the +2. Bosk has 3 damage, so he's a little bit more intimidating Bosk, I would say. But the second he played that repeating rifle on Bosk, I knew that was kind of my target. Hair special does nothing for me. At least I can't tell. So I think I'd have taken the resource because of impersonate. So I turned Quinlan's, die to a blank. I have 1 resource. He has 0. But he won the roll off. We both had the same battlefield, so of course he takes mine to give himself 2 shields. And he rerolls and doesn't get too much. He gets the +2, a resource, and a blank. So I'll pitch reroll, see if I can't get anything. I get this same exact roll. And at this point, I get double blanks. He gets a 1 range on Bosk. I also pitch reroll, and at this point, I get the discard and a focus. And then he gets 5 damage. Yeah, he has the 2, base 2 on Quinlan, and then he has the 1 on Bosk and the +2 on the repeating rifles. That is not looking good early for me. I was tempted to discard him, but because he was going to get that much damage, I didn't want to get that behind in that damage race. So he'll do 3 to Ketsu, which I think is the right choice, as I will forever stand by my opinion that she is the best character from the draft set, and that they all made fun of me for. And yeah, at this point, Bosk only has 1 on him. I claim, so I get the extra resource from having none. So starting off with 3 is pretty good. So if I can see in my hand, I think I drew into the heavy blaster, the ion disruptor. I've got secret mission, which was, ended up working out. I said blue, and he had lightsaber pull, so it was good to discard that as a card in general, but also getting a resource is putting me to 4 right now is very good. And yep, upgrade to that second round. It's such a game turn. At this point, I would say Tommy's ahead, but this drags me back, even if I'm not that good. It's kind of me riding by it. And it was funny because even my first game playing it, I was so worried, still in my constructed mindset, worried about somebody playing like a deflect on me. I was like, I don't want to roll out. He's got a blue character. But Tommy answers right back with the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber, which is good. But again, the Ion Disruptor, look at that 4 blanks. Right? He's going to play Feel Your Anger. As good as that is, that still only has 2 base damage sides, and with the highest of 3. The Ion Disruptor has 5 damage sides with a high of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at this point, I rolled damage. I think he has Hidden Motive this turn. Yeah, Hidden Motive. The only time I wanted to roll blank. Yeah, roll the 4, so that has to be removed because he called range. So now again, I'm a little bit nervous. He's much higher on that race than me. I don't have too much going for me. He's got the Jawa to roll out. Gets the blank, but this gives me a chance to play the crafted lightsaber, which I think might have been the first time I played this all tournament. Simply because, again, generally sitting on resources, I have other upgrades that I would rather just play so that I can actually roll that die out. And especially with Anakin kind of being killed first, or normally killed first, I really would rather not play. I would rather that redeploy weapon that's on him, or the weapon that Ketsu would be able to take, be that ion rifle. So now Ketsu's sitting at 1 health. Not looking good for her. She did her part in all the games, but this one is looking like she's gonna take a beating. Roll her out, get the 2 damage. So now I'm almost a little disappointed. I would rather roll something bad. So now when I play, or would have liked to play, I think fight back. I could have done that, but of course, never complain about 2 damage. Rolls out the Jawa, and he's able to link up those damage sides. But I, at this point, have hidden motive, and I believe I played that on the Jawa's die just to buy me some time. I have pretty good mitigation in terms of Empire War this turn. So he ended up rolling the range, so he had to remove that. And that hurts. Seeing a Shoto and a Grand Inquisitor lightsaber on Quinlan Voss is not something you want to see. So I roll out and I get good damage. I get the 2 and the 3. Because again, Shoto, again, I said, even during draft, it is a good weapon, even without its shield. But most times you weren't going to get it that much. But now he actually getting that shield along with it is very good. So he rolls a special, and a resource. Yeah, so I just want to do that too. That puts Bosk at 6. Turns that to a blank. And gets the 2 shields. And I get the focus on Hera, which is awesome. Lets me go right back into that damage that I missed out. But now he's getting a turn to resolve that 2 shields on the Grand Inquisitor lightsaber, which will let Bosk live for another turn or 2. Or till the next round, definitely. Yep, takes the 2 shields, which I think is the right move there. Focus to the 5, wherever it was. I think at this point, Quinlan's special. Yeah, I think he was at 3 cards right after he discarded, and I was still sitting at 4. Yeah, I had 4 in my hand, so now he's down to 3, so that's special. It's much better pitch and reroll than anything else. So I'll do fight back, and I'll remove the Quinlan die to remove Anakin's die, showing a resource cost. So look at his hand, he's got a stolen catch, he's got quick escape, and he has daring mission, I believe it is called, but none of those are really going to help him in this situation. Could take the 2 resources. Yep, and then I'll do the 5 to Bosk. So Bosk is not looking good, but he's able to take out Ketsu this turn. So it does feel bad losing a character before he does. This is definitely the closest any of them have been in terms of me feeling behind. Generally, I've always been able to take down a character before anything else. And he plays Stolen Catch. And then we pass and go on to the next round. And giving her something to fight back with. Roll out. And there's the 2 on the crafted lightsaber. So right now Bosk is sitting at lethal. I think at this point, which he does, I think he just resolves a special on the repeating blaster. Just get that 2 damage off before He goes down. For purposes, he re-rolled it, but I mean, at that point, he generally knew that Bosk was going to be gone after that action. All right, so good. So I don't feel too behind. I mean, he's got Quinlan with about to be 3 shields once he rolls in. And Anakin only has 1 damage on him, and Hera is looking pretty good right now. Rolls out, nothing too threatening. Hera, I believe, the special on the sniper. Yep, and a blank on Hera. So that special is 2 unblockable damage, so I can sneak a little bit through. And at this point, really just hoping to just burn down Quinlan, because he's looking pretty scary right now. And if he burns down Anakin before I can burn down Quinlan, I think that determines the game. Simply because I don't think a Jawa can stand against Anakin and Hera, and I don't think Hera could stand against a Quinlan boss and a Jawa. So he pays 1 to draw up as many cards as I have. For good combo with the Quinlan boss special, obviously, is what he was kind of trying to look to do. Puts me in a tough spot where I don't want to reroll or anything like that. But I I discard a card to move the Disruptor Rifle up 1 value. So he does the action on the Stolen Catch and gets a card. So I've got 3 cards in hand. I think he's back up to 5. I've got 3 cards. He has 6 cards. So yeah, that's 3 damage on Anakin, which hurts, especially knowing that he has all that damage kind of sitting out there. But Anakin's able to get 2 more damage off. Pitch and a reroll. I think he gets the +3, and I think he eventually rolls into that 3 damage on the Inquisitor Saber. Yeah, he's got Dangerous Mission anyways, yeah. So I'll hit him for 2, and then he smacks me back for 4. So Quinlan is at 4, and Anakin's about to be at 8. So I am getting a little nervous here. Disruptor's not pumping out as much damage as I would have hoped. Hitting that 5 and 4 is super good, but sometimes hitting that 3 or 2 just keeps me at pace rather than putting me above the pace. So I claim. I get a resource. And then he smacks me for 5, which puts Anakin at 9. So Anakin's 1 health left. And at this point, feasibly, I could kill Quinlan Voss if I roll very well with Anakin. Having his die, the crafted lightsaber, and the ion disruptor, but it's a matter of if he rolls out damage. So I do roll very well. I believe that's a 3, a 2, and a 2. So 4, 7, which is lethal. But he would roll out and get that shield on the Shoto, which is... So he can take an action to do something else if he wanted and still have that chance, but... But yeah, he rolls out, gets the shield to prevent lethal this turn, but does not roll well at all. I haven't played any cards. I've just rolled out, so we're both sitting at 5, so that Quinlan Voss special does nothing for him. So now he's at 6, and here comes the luckiest play of the game. So I think this is a game that I probably should have won, but I get lucky with the play that happened. So I'm showing 4 damage, and his 0 cost, remove 1 of his die, I believe, to reroll any number of opponent's die. And I roll into the 2 for 1 and a +3. And of course, I'm just going to resolve that. So I went from being 1 short to having lethal. That's not really something you can expect. I mean, maybe that play isn't the right play there, but I think hindsight's 20/20. If I rolled into a shield and a blank, that would have been a great play. But I rolled into the 2 and the +3, and it's then decided that's a bad play. So at this point, even if Anakin goes down this turn, Hera I still believe is going to be able to mop up a single Jawa. And yeah, so then I got Tinker, turn that to the 1, so I'm already putting the Jawa at half health with that. So I do 3, and that just about closes out the game. We'll go early next round, but again, it's pretty much over. Special will be able to get a weapon out, but yeah, coordination. Just another focus. Shields. Coordination, I think, is, again, super good. Super good. It stinks that I'm about to be down to 1 character, but there he goes. He gets it. Anakin is off the board, but all I need is 3 damage, and he needs to do 10. I draw into a Ralliate, Deadly, kill them all, Stolen Catch, and can't see that last, Fang Fighter. And at this point, I'm starting with 3 resources. So Deadly and Kill Them All wins the game right there, assuming Hera's die doesn't get removed. So at this point, I think I just about have it. I think I roll out. I end up rolling out. Yeah, I get the special and 1 ranged. So that's lethal there, regardless. So he does that piece to turn them all to a blank. I pitch to reroll, and I get the 2. So now I have to pay for it. It's not unblockable, but I don't think he really has anything to deal with that. I know he doesn't have any resources. Gets the 1, so I'll just do that 2 damage. And then I never thought I would say this, but next time it comes to me, spend 1 and play Kill Them All to do 1 damage to his non-unique characters. So that's a way you really don't see wins happen, but that is Destiny Draft. It ended up being great. So in our Snake Draft, we had 9 players, and we ended up with 10 legendaries because obviously we had to crack more than 1 box open. So luckily, 9th player was able to walk away with 2. I ended up taking the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber because I didn't have any, and I figured that'd be a good one to have 1 of. I mean, there was Sabine in the pool, but I had 2 of her. I had 2 of the Seven Sister in the pool. I had 2 of Mace. So I had a lot of the good cards already. So I ended up taking this. But either way, it was a great time. As fun as it is, or it can be, playing on TTS, I encourage you guys to try and get a group of at least 6 people together, sit down, crack open a box, bust out your rivals packs, and just draft and have a lot of fun, because then you'll come up with plays where you can kill them all to kill Jawa for the win. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in for this series. If you haven't, there's 3 other episodes that you guys are able to watch, 3 other games, and then also I recorded my actual draft, so you'll be able to see what cards I draft, what cards I passed on, and I'll be able to talk through a little bit what I was thinking and kind of where I was going. But draft is a little chaotic, so half the time I was probably just drafting cards not knowing what I was doing. But either way, subscribe to us. We'll be looking to put out more live videos like this. It was a lot of fun recording it. I'm still getting used to camera angles, all that stuff, so that'll improve as we go along. And I'll be looking to do TTS videos, reviews of the cards for Legacies, what I'm expecting, do live coverage of tournaments and all those things like that. It's stuff I would love to be getting into. So definitely give us a like, talk about us, share us, and subscribe to us. And I'll catch you next time.